So many dick-sucking piece of shit motherfucking lowlifes. 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 Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, man. That's my chorus, man, for a new rap. You know what? I actually recorded that shit already. Oh, damn, that nigga in handcuffs and shit. Motherfucker probably trafficking dope. I mean, I don't know, man. I just saw him on the side of the highway and shit, pulled over by militarized police forces in America. Ain't that a trip how, like, we're living in a George-Orwell world now? Like, right out of the book. Like, surveillance everywhere, cameras, sensors, this, and that. Everything suggestive of an Orwellian world. Scanners, fucking sensors, robots, drones, hidden shit that's like DARPA, fucking Boston Dynamics, like fucking space stations, like satellite shit, motherfucking like cities on like Mars and fucking the moon. You know what I'm talking about, man? Just like automated shit. Like interplanetary, off-planet, like in our star system. Man, you know we sent shit into another star system. Like, and that's just what we talk about on the news. Like, that's not even the full, like, the full gamut of things, i.e. shit we've done. Fuck no. We've done all kinds of shit. Oh, hold up. Traffic is getting dumb right here. Should I play along with it? Or should I not? I shall. So, but yeah, man, I'm not in any kind of hurry, man. I'm just podcasting. Just, you know, just city to city, state to state, and overseas. I want Sir Grow. Thanks for tuning in to C4CW, casting 495 celebrities worldwide. This woman's like, is this dude podcasting or something? Yeah, chick, I'm podcasting. She has no idea that I'm fucking podcasting, but she kind of probably maybe does. But yeah, man, so, man, it's interesting because, like, when you see these different, like, dramatic events and shit in the news, right? Man, they got militarized police forces on that ass nowadays, man. Like, I mean, it's like out of that movie fucking RoboCop and shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, RoboCop is almost now. Now, I know how our government works with Google, and they, like, basically control reality. Like, I already know. I mean, why do you think Chick left DARPA to go to fucking Google? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Like, Google was created by the government, man. Like, on another timeline that maybe some of y'all don't remember because of the Mandela effect. That's why I always get a kick out of these fools to be talking about the government is using the internet to spy. It's like, yeah, that's right. Of course they are. That's what the internet's for, motherfucker. Thought you knew, fool. It's like, dude, Google was like started by the government. In my opinion, I remember.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
This computer, I remember when, I remember reading an article where they were talking about Google was founded by, like, two individuals from U.S. intelligence, man, who had left the spy game, and they met up, like, in the public-private sector and was like, yo, let's start some new shit. I mean, don't quote me on that, because there's probably a different story that's told on the internet. But I remember seeing that shit on TV on one timeline. You probably don't remember that shit. So it was never a secret to me. And the backbone of Google search for language translation, man, that shit is Sistran, which was a highly classified program used during the Cold War. That is the war between the United States and Russia that is considered to have been a Cold War. Man, Sistran is the backbone of Google originally. The language translation program that people take for granted nowadays, that was Cistran, which was an NSA, CIA, U.S. intelligence community product to translate Russian during the Cold War. Again, part of Google was a classified program used by the NSA, CIA, and DARPA, the U.S. intelligence community, during the Cold War. So when you look at like Alphabet, when you look at Google at its roots, military projects and whatnot, people are like, yeah, I'm increasingly concerned about Google's overreach and its suppression of information and how Google seems to be attempting to shape our reality and shape our universe and shape intelligence information. It's like, right, dude, because that was the goal all along. In my opinion, that is, because it is the U.S. intelligence community. Doy! You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know why niggas is fearful of U.S. military, government, intel community surveillance. I mean, that shit was bound to happen. It's like right out of the textbook. It's right out of George Orwell's book. I mean, George Orwell's probably a fucking time traveler, and he wrote the book to warn people about what we do in the future. Maybe not warn them, but just tip us off. Like, you know, he's probably a DARPA time traveler, man. The shit was way too coincidental and is way too coincidental, and it just makes way too much sense, and he knew way too much. I mean, he didn't call it the internet, but he called it the telescreen. It's close enough, and he knew everything else too. So, what are the fucking chances of that? Just saying. I mean, even this podcast is monitored by the U.S. intelligence community. I know that for a 100% absolute fact. You know how I know? Because I'm a U.S. intelligence contractor. So, when I signed on the dotted line, they were like, yo, we finna monitor your shit forever. And I was like, okay, whatever, I don't give a shit. But, yeah, man, supercomputers, AI, you know what I'm talking about? Just like George Orwell and Al Bielek talked about. But the shit that Al Bielek saw, we gotta stop that shit from happening, man. He's another person who warned us about some shit. We gotta stop that shit from happening. That shit Al Bielek experienced. Now, I know there are a lot of disinformation agents in the world, people who are propped up by our staged up world, and they don't want for the public to know some shit, and so they try to sanitize it. But Al Bielek, his story makes way too much sense to me, man. It really does. Like, people can go out of their way, like that kid that thinks he's a fucking hoax debunker. You know, that motherfucker that runs around and he thinks he knows all that shit, and he's like, you know, Andrew Basiago, or however his name's pronounced, he's a liar, and he's a con man, blah, 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 is what that debunker kid says. That debunker kid doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, in my opinion. He's just a kid, and he thinks that whatever he says means that it's reality. Yeah. Just because he says something, in his world, that's how the math works in his mind, is that if he says something and it makes sense to him, then he debunked a hoax. It's like, nah, kid, see, that's not the way it works. The way it works is this. You can go all out and you can claim that Andrew Basiago, however you want to pronounce his name, I've heard it pronounced alternatively, right? Alternate pronunciations is what I meant. And, yeah, man, you can say that because time travel is impossible, that what he's saying is impossible. But even so, just because you say that, kid, time travel's impossible, so Andrew Basiago can't really be telling the truth, and he's nothing but a liar. Well, that just shows how stupid you are, kid. Because, first of all, time travel's absolutely possible. Michio Kaku, you probably have never heard about him because you're too busy thinking that you're fucking debunking shit that you've never really debunked. So, yeah, it's not about what you say that makes shit reality. It's about science that apparently you don't fucking currently understand. So, you know, I know it seems strange to you, kid, because you think you know every fucking thing at your young age. And I know you think that, time travel's impossible and that all these people from the U.S. military intelligence community are just lying about everything. But that's because you don't have an above top secret security clearance and you don't really know fucking a fraction of the shit that you think you know. So-called debunker boy. But, you'll learn one day, man, that you don't fucking know the shit that you think you do. And you'll have a paradigm shift, and then you'll, backpedal, and you'll, go to sanitize and erase your videos and be like, I was totally wrong, and I don't want for anyone to know that I was, I thought I knew everything, and I was, saying all this shit that I didn't really, know, and I thought I was a big hoax debunker, but I was just, kind of, naive, and I was, young, and I didn't really understand quantum entanglement and quantum physics like I thought I did, and so, I really thought I was cool, and I really thought, honestly, that I somehow was debunking shit that I apparently wasn't even really debunking. So I just said it for you.